basically designed to bring luxury into Nigeria, so to speak. And because lifestyles are changing, people are no longer in the traditional gap where you have a sprawling house. People now want to live where you can have almost everything. The views, if you look at the view of this place, is magnificent. It's about the tallest building in West Africa. It has all the accommodation, and then facing the ocean, and you have the marina in front of it that can take almost about 250 boats. So those people that are expected to be here are totally high net worth individuals. Or those who are aspiring to be. And then you have the business circuit. So you have people coming from abroad. People are buying from abroad. The beauty about Atlantic City is the fact that eventually in Lagos is going to encapsulate what real living will likely look like. And if I have investment anywhere, even on the island, in Victoria Island or elsewhere, I probably will take that property now, fling it and reinvest it here. You know what? Let me give you an idea. So if you are quite familiar with Lagos. In the 70s, the best place to have your investment in the Lagos Island became Victoria Island. And investment focus shifted. And people kept their investment there with dream that they had moved it. Because investment in real property is actually very dynamic. And because when you look at those people who rent accommodation for investment, and those people who are users of this thing are probably expatriates and embassies. And another thing is they probably all be here. So what we get in other places will be low quality occupiers, tenants. They won't be able to pay as much as those people here. And the value of investment here will skyrocket to a level that you cannot believe it. And as in doing so, other investment, because they are drawing, there's what you call in real estate a floating value. There's a floating value attributable to a nation, to a city, to all. And they distribute according to the power of their pool. So if where you are has the greatest pool, which is usually determined by the population, by the investment that is doing, and the quality of the investment and the quality of the users, we draw much more than proportionate portion of that value. So here is a mixture of luxury living, good investment outlook, and a perfect place. And there are various degrees. You have 1,000 square meter flat on the top. You have the seamless that's I think it's 2,000 plus square meter. Those are enormous luxury living. Also, we have the 3-bedroom, which is normal. You have the 4-bedroom. You have the 500 square meter, which is about half of the floor. Those are things that are there that you can take. Also, facing the marina, you have what we call the smaller but compact accommodation for somebody who lives on a sprawling place but doesn't want to live in a place but wants to spend the weekend having fun on the marina. Or as a visitor that they've gone, he lives that one and he goes home to the family. So those is an incredible mix of accommodation that I think I would highly recommend for anybody who wants to either live or invest. And a lot of people are indicating they are afraid of what Eko Atlantic will look like in terms of safety. But I can assure you it's one of the safest place to live, even on the island, because the design has been such that any search from the ocean is already taken care of. And it's designed by one of the greatest marine engineers, the Royal Ascoli from Amsterdam. They came and they put everything in order. So you will likely not see any such here, like you see another coastal line that will be all around the country due to ocean, due to global warming that is eroding the coastal lands. The way this has been done, in any case, that's the limit of what the land used to be in those days when we walked. So it's not that you're actually going into the water, it's what the land is. It's reclaiming the land with the technology not to allow it to go to waste again. So basically, it's safe, it's promising, and it's luxury.
Now let's look at the investment value of this space. Can you estimate? Most people want to look at, okay, if I invest 100 million in this property this year, I hope in another 5-6 years I'll be able to get a return, or even the investment will have doubled in value and all that. So can you give an estimate and say invest in this property in another 4 or 5 years will translate to this and that?
The rate of growth, which we call capital appreciation, there's not enough statistics to let you know now what the rate is likely to be. I think in about 3 years time we should need to determine what the rate will be, because there will be other development and other things will have settled. But if you ask me to hazard a guess, and with all sense of responsibility, I've been practicing real estate for 42 years. I believe that it cannot be less than about 12 to 15% per annum in terms of rate of acquisition. So what that means is that every 7 years or thereabout, 8 years, we can get a double return. If development now goes on the way we want, and the economy also is stable, we expect that it may surpass that. So I'm answering a guess without saying exactly what it will be, because it's a complex calculation reaching at this level. But all those factors are not available.
So I would like two quick questions so that I can release it to attend to your guests. The first one is, you talked about security. The fear most times that people think that because there's a marina here, and I don't know if the marina extends beyond this and connects to the marina that you have. You know what I'm talking about exactly.
Marina is just to describe the.
Yeah, I understand, because of pirates, people are always scared that people can come and attack the property from the waters and all that. So can you give us a sense of the security in that regard?
No, this estate, the entire Eko Atlantic city, is totally secure.
Oh.
It's totally secure. You can't come from the ice, and on the northern side is fenced, and it's going to be manned. And the kind of development that is going to be there, like this development, for instance, is going to be well important. It's totally secure. The CCTV or around the city is there. There's no crime that can happen here that will not be traced, as much as Nigerian security outfit can take. So, if you look at the router, Eko pair, and others, people are living there. You never found any form of attack or robbery or any form of thing. So, I don't think it's anything to entertain.
Okay. And the second question is, can you give us one good reason why we should invest in this property?
It's not one. I've given you so many. I've given you so many. You want me to attend myself? I said there's a future. That if I want to do, I probably harvest some of my investment and invest. Because there's no point to hold an investment at the 5 years time It's just going down. At that time, you will not be able to give it out any longer. Because nobody will be interested. The attention will be here. But you would have to run ahead of them here. So that's number one. Number two is that there's good reason to think of growth. There's good reason to also think of income. That is quite sensible.